Welcome back to another tutorial. Now we're leading up to Christmas 2024 and I'm doing a set of videos where I teach you very basic floral design, 3 different designs using the same flowers. So I've already created these 2 designs here. If you want to go back and visit them, then they're linked in the cards, and I'm going to reuse those flowers and I'm going to create a design in this round bowl. Now quite often when we have a round container we make an all-round design that's seen from all directions, but this time I'm going to do a more modern design, asymmetric, so it's going to be longer on one side and it's horizontal, so it's low and coming out this way, different to the designs that I've already done for Christmas. Now inside my bowl I've got a small piece of dried floral foam, and that's really there to lift up my floral foam. I don't want to fill this whole container because it's very large. I don't want to fill it with lots of foam because it's not good for the environment and it's just a waste of money. So that third of a block in the bottom there is going to help elevate my block of foam so that when I place my flowers in, I can create a design that's almost going to sit on top of the container in this very asymmetrical pattern, in this asymmetrical shape. So I'm going to start first of all by connecting the arrangement itself with the container, and I'm going to use some of these gold twigs. Now these have come from the florist supplies, but it's really easy to do it yourself with some gold spray paint that you can get from a hobby shop. And what I've done is I've put the small section of my foam at the front and the wider section of my foam to the side, because I have more flowers and foliages coming in at the side than I do coming in at the front. And I'm going to move those back because I want to give myself a little bit of extra room in the front. So that's my length on one side. I'm going to add a couple more bits of gold in there as well. And I don't want this side of the arrangement to be the same length, which would make it symmetrical, so I'm going to do this side really short. Now if you watched the previous video that had the little gingerbread house, I nearly forgot what it was called then. I sprayed some snow onto the flowers at the end, and I'm reusing those same flowers, so when you see them in the minute they have got a white dusting of snow on the top, but that's okay. That's going to look quite nice in today's arrangement as well. So short, long. The shorter side is approximately half of this length here, and then I'm going to bring some greenery towards the back and fill in the section at the front. I've got one more leaf, so I'm going to curve that round to the back as well. And what I'm aiming to do with this arrangement is almost make it look like it's sitting on top of the bowl rather than coming out of the bowl, rather than growing out of the bowl. And then I'm going to introduce some of the pine just in front of my golden twigs so that we've got a connection with the container. I need to step my materials down as we get closer to the base. Now if you haven't been watching these tutorials before, welcome. My name is Sharon and I'm a commercial florist, but the majority of my time now is spent doing content creating and online courses. I've been a florist for too many years that I want to remember, and I'm quietening down now and not doing so much commercial work. And you'll find me regularly on YouTube with hopefully some inspirational tutorials. I would love you to like and share, subscribe to the channel would be even better, and tell your friends and family that there are some amazing videos that they can watch on the channel if they want to learn how to do floral design. And leading up to Christmas we've got some extra bonus videos coming out. Now what I've done here is I've contrasted the greenery, grouping it together. It's a more modern technique. So we have flat greenery with the fatsia. This is cryptomeria, which is quite a busy needle-like foliage. And now I want to separate these two off with something that's different. I don't want these two matching. I need to have a contrast between these two here. And I'm going to use holly. Now if you follow me, you'll know that I'm not a lover of using holly for obvious reasons. It's very prickly and hurts your fingers and your hands. But it's going to give me that really nice Christmas feel and give me that contrast that I need between the two. And then with the curved bit that's on the top, I'm going to use that to create some height at the back of my arrangement. And that will continue that texture from one side through to the back. I'm going to cut off that piece that's sticking up there. So we've got opposite material, which will give a connection between the two. And then where I've got this gap at the back here, I can use the shorter pieces that I just cut off, and my outline shape is created. And I've got some interesting textures in my foliage. Now I'm using a supermarket mixed bunch, and if you're wondering why my foliage has dandruff, that's the white snow that I added in to make my other design more harmonious. And what I'm going to do with the cordyline is offset them to one side of the back, again in clusters, so we're getting that more modern look. The colour is very different to my Fatsia, so we've got a nice contrast again. And if you arrange flowers in the church, you could do a matching pair of these on either side. If you've got a wide mantelpiece or a bookshelf in the house, you could also do a matching pair. You could also do a matching pair at home. Now, the foliage I just popped in there was the rhododendron. That was part of the mixed bunch. Because it's a bigger foliage, I've added it to the base. It's going to help cover my foam and fill that gap there in the middle. Now, in that mixed bunch was only one orange lily. The colour combination with this one, it's almost like a sort of fruit cake. It's those cinnamon colours, mixed spices, all those lovely colours that we think about for Christmas. And I only have one, so I'm going to stand it up tall, grouped at the back. It allows space around it to open up. And then with my chrysanthemum blooms, which are much bigger and more impressive, I'm going to add them in at the focal point in a group again together, or more of a focal line than a group. They're going to come down the front of my arrangement. These are a really beautiful colour. I absolutely love blooms. They are one of my favourites. But that's going to give me a more dominant section there in the front. And I have a longer rose from my previous arrangement. And this will work really well out with the golden twigs, and it's going to help bring that red colour in. I'm going to use the smaller headed roses on the outside of the arrangement because that makes your design work better visually. Start small, you get bigger towards the centre. And then I'm going to use the bigger rose because this mixed bunch had 2 small roses and 3 bigger roses. And the bigger ones are going to work better drawing your eye there into the middle so that we get closer to that focal point with each placement of rose. And then my final one can tuck in on the front, just on the opposite side, just underneath, just in that gap alongside my big chrysanthemum blooms. I'm going to angle this one down slightly. It's a little high up in the air. That's better. So we've got that lovely dynamic line coming towards my focal flowers there in the middle. And also in that mixed bunch were some red hypericum berries. And they are going to work on the opposite side of my roses to give me a smaller shape and texture alongside those big blooms. And that should work really well. Now, I don't have any other orange flowers that came in the bunch, but what I do have ready for the Christmas wreath making workshops is some lovely dried oranges. These have been wired onto a florist 70 gauge wire, and they're going to tuck in a group just alongside those big blooms. Just alongside those big blooms. And I'm going to lower this one down at the back. It's too high for the image that I've got in my head. So I'm going to lower that one down. And one of my favourite foliages, if I want to get that sort of earthy golden tone in, is the dried bracken. And that's just going to help add another texture and another colour. And now that my main group of the golden twigs are in, I'm just going to add a little bit more so that your eye travels into the base and we can see it more clearly towards the centre. Now, it's an asymmetrical design, so One side doesn't need to match the other side, but if you really prefer to have it more coordinated, there's nothing stopping you having some golden twigs in this area either. But what I'm going to do is continue the line right the way through the middle so that it emphasises that horizontal line. Can follow through onto the opposite side. Just that little addition of some golden colour in there towards the middle. So what that's done is it's just brought that golden line from one side to the other. And other than filling in the back with some greenery so my foam doesn't dry out, that is the third and final design using this mixed bunch from the supermarket. I hope you really enjoyed that one. Now don't forget, as ever, to subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell to be told every time I upload a new tutorial. Watch to the end of the video so that you get close-ups of the individual flowers. Like and comment in the box below. You know how I like to know where you're watching from. And look in the description box below because there are some discount codes there for the online lessons. So thank you very much as ever for watching. I hope I'm inspiring you for Christmas with all these exciting designs. See you again very soon.